It's Thursday the 27th, I think, 27th of June 2019. Actually here at the vets in Westerhope because Georgie, one of our young billies, has had a limp for a few days, and with normally when we've seen the goats have a limp, it goes after 2 or 3 days. 5 days now seems to be a bit too much, so that's why we've brought him in for a checkout. So his front left leg isn't particularly putting a weight on it. Well, it seems as though he might have some kind of infection in his hoof, so we've been recommended to bathe his hoof for 5 minutes a day in a solution of Epsom salts, and they're busy working up a bit of a painkiller medicine to give him as well. But as you can see, there's absolutely nothing wrong with his appetite. He's quite happily trimming the veterinary surgeon's henge. So here he is back home now, a bit hot, panting a bit, but I think he's happy to be back. We've had quite a cold and wet end to spring and start to summer, and some crops which you would normally expect to have been available by now are late, particularly the cherry crop. The elderflower is coming out now. Normally would have expected that at the start of June. Of course, when it's cold and wet, the bees don't come out in any significant numbers, but we're now expecting a Saharan heat wave to hit us. In fact, it's an absolutely gorgeous day today, and it's expected to get hotter, but the bees are out in force today. You hear them buzzing like mad. Now that middle colony, middle hive, is one of the swarms that we collected a few weeks ago, and as you can see, there's a huge amount of activity going on, so it is well established. The ducklings that hatched a couple of weekends ago have now outgrown their brooder box, so we have just moved them into the back garden, into the nursery unit. Now this is the first stage of them going over to join the flock across the road on the allotment, but they are rather enjoying being outside, and as you can see, they are forever eating and making a mess. Well, it's almost the end of the day now, and as I said earlier, it was lovely and sunny. That has certainly had an effect on the amount of energy we've had to buy in today. Now the smart meter is reading 66 pence, so that's for both gas and electricity. So that's for the whole of today, and the 48 pence of that is actually the standing charge, so we've only had to buy in 18 pence worth of energy today. Now, a lot of that comes down to the fact that it was obviously very sunny today, but also the backup batteries, the batteries that soak up the excess energy that the solar panels create, and they store it so that we can use it through the night time. So I'm guessing that tomorrow is going to be a very similar day for the amount of energy used, simply because it's going to be sunny, but also because we won't be buying in any energy overnight, because it will the electrical systems in the house will be running off the batteries.